Hello my lovelies. So recently I took a whole bunch of eyeshadows out of the Natasha Denona Glam palette and I said I was going to make this into a mini palette and use this. Don't know when I'm going to use this one, to be honest. There were a couple of shades from a Colourpop palette because I am continuously duping palettes and I'm not too sure where they've come from. In fact, there's only one shade now. There is a shimmer in here, which I think it's... I know the brand, why can't I think of it? Makeup Geek. It's very, very old. Looks like that. It's the shade Shimma. So I want to keep that in because obviously it's a really, really nice inner corner eyeshadow. I mean, you could even use it for brow bone. But yeah, I don't use a brow bone. The only shade that's missing from this now, and I might get it from another palette, I know I've got one because I've just put it back, is a cream ivory shade. So yeah, I think I'll get that back. But I'll do swatches another day. I'm just going to show you what the palette looks like. I'm going to show you where the shades have come from. So let's talk about the ones from the Glam palette. So we've got this one here. So I've kind of made it cohesive for my mind's eye. You know, lightest to darkest kind of shades. Then we have this one here. Then we have this really nice pink shade here. Look at the state of my fingers. So I'm going into this palette. Let me just wipe them off. I mean, just thinking about it now, this could potentially work. For that cream ivory shade, we'll see. We'll try it as that, and if not, then I'll just change it up. So I will do swatches a different day. I'm just showing you the palette and how I've got it laid out. Then we've got this kind of darker pinky shade here. So remember, all these have come from the Glam palette. So if you've got Natasha Denona's Glam palette, all these eyeshadows will be in there. I don't know the exact names of them because most of the eyeshadow palette says things like inner corner, eyelid, you know, it doesn't really go into names. So I can't give you those. Then we've got this one here. What I might do though, Natasha Denona Glam palette around here somewhere so you can see the shades in that. And as I'm talking about, I'm going to try and see if I can tell you what shades they are. This one's come from a Colourpop palette. Do you know when they started doing those bigger palettes? Which one? I don't know. I've been trying to suss it out so I could put it back. So I decided to keep it in because I don't have a lot of mattes in here. I think there's only 3 mattes in total. So you've got that really light matte that I've already showed you, that medium matte which I've just showed you now, and a very dark one which is coming up. Then we've got this shade here. I'm sure the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude has got something similar in it. Could have done with washing the palette out really. I'll do that another day. Then we have this shade here. Then this matte dark brown. This is really, really nice. I like it. So all this bottom row has come from the Natasha Denona Glam palette. And then this is where it gets darker, and these ones I don't tend to use that much, but I do want to use them for a look and maybe do a smoky eyeshadow look. Let me know what you think about that. And then the darkest one is this one here. I think they'll look nice personally. So again, let me show you an overview of the palette. I think this will be a really nice eyeshadow palette to use, but personally I don't think I'll be using this till probably September, just because I've got my eye on a cool tone palette that I've made myself, because Natasha Denona is releasing the I Need a Cool and I want to use my own version of that, and then you guys are going to choose one for me. What I also need to do is all the palettes that I've used this past month. I'm using Odin's Eye eyeshadows at the moment, the shimmer eyeshadows that came in the bundle. I've got one more look to do, but as you can see, My skin is not skinning. I'm going to the doctor on Monday. I just seem to be getting more of these spots. I mean, it's not even as if I'm going out. Like, part of me thinks, is it contact dermatitis? Is makeup causing it? But I'm not using any different makeup than I've been using for months, so I don't know what's going on with my face. Face isn't facing. Do you guys, can you relate? But yeah, I've not worn makeup in a couple of days now. I wore makeup for a couple of days after 2 weeks of not wearing it, and then like even before I wore makeup, I have some spots here. So I'm just wondering if it is down to anything that I'm doing. My skincare is stayed the same. I'm using the Aveeno Calm and Restore Cleanser and the Aveeno Moisturiser, and that's just really, really good for my skin. But yeah, anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. What I'm meaning to say is I need to show you the eyeshadow palettes that I've been using, and then we can put some of them away, and then I can put this in the drawer. Just because it's in the drawer, it doesn't mean I'll be using it, but at the moment there's no room for anything. So in the next video you'll see the eyeshadow palettes that I've been using for the last month, and then you guys can choose a palette for me to use between August and September. Yeah guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.